to be doing my January wrap-up, and honestly, I only read 3 books this month. One of them was an audiobook, but I really wanted to start doing wrap-ups at one point, and then I just never did another one. So I was like, you know what? It's a new year, it's a new day, let's make wrap-ups. We're just gonna start talking about them. So the first book that I read this month was actually not a physical book, it was an audiobook. That audiobook was Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. I have talked about this book several times in the past, but I had started to wonder if it was actually one of my favorite books. And it was wonderful. It's just such a great story, and it's even better the second time. If you don't know what Fangirl is about, it's about a girl named Kath. She's a twin, she's a freshman in college, and she writes Simon Snow fan fiction, which is like an equivalent to like Harry Potter. It's just a story following her through her freshman year and her struggles with anxiety and social stuff and writing. It's just a really good time, and I think I'm gonna make a full review on it, so I'm not gonna talk about it too much right here, but yeah, look forward to that. It's gonna be a good time. Obviously, I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars again. The first actual book that I held in my hands and read with my eyes this year was Cinder by Marissa Meyer. Guys, I was not expecting to like this as much as I did. I went into it being like, it's probably overhyped. I don't know why I thought that, because it was wonderful. If you don't know what Cinder is about, it is a Cinderella retelling, but with cyborgs and robots and future and people live on the moon. The world in this is built up so well, and it wasn't like you just get a ton of information. It was like intricately weaved into the story. So it's like you were getting to know it, but you weren't just getting it like dumped on you, which is my favorite way of establishing like a fantasy world. I hate when you're just throwing a bunch of information, and this does not do that. And this is such an emotional book. Several times just had to put it down and be like, whoa, okay, can we with the emotions? No, we cannot. And I'm so excited to read the rest of this series. I have a lot of trouble with finishing series, but I'm not gonna have any trouble finishing this one, I don't think, as far as I can tell, as of right this moment. If you hadn't guessed already, I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars. It gets all the stars. Like I said, I only read 3 books this month, so the final book I read this month was Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. This is my 3rd Morgan Matson book. I know a lot of people say it's their favorite, but honestly, I think that Second Chance Summer really reigns supreme in the Morgan Matson category in my mind. It took me a little bit to get through it because I think I just like didn't feel like reading for a couple of days. I read most of this in like 2 sittings. Like all of her books, the writing just pulls you in and you just want to keep reading and reading and reading until you're done, and that is something that I really love about Morgan Matson's writing, and I think she does a really good job at like pacing and keeping everything going and interesting, and you want to know what's happening to these characters. Since You've Been Gone is about a girl named Emily, and her best friend pieces out on her and is like, bye, I'm not telling you where I'm going, but I'll leave you this list of things that you need to do to break out of your shell, young lady. And throughout the story, we just kind of see Emily doing the things on this list and growing as a character and all that fun stuff. I ended up giving this book a 4-star on GOODREADS, but I think it's probably more of a 3.7-ish for me. It's not even really a problem, it's just like a preference for me. I just didn't really love the characters. Regardless of that, I really enjoyed it. I'm not knocking this book, I'm just saying, wasn't a huge fan of the characters. They're just kind of like, yeah, okay, cool, but not like, I love you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. I don't know if you know what I'm saying. So I thought since this video is so short that I would just tack on a TBR at the end of this, which is what I'm gonna do now, because why not? I've never done a TBR, but whatever. I have some things in mind that I want to read in February, so I'm gonna talk about those really quick. The first book that I really want to finish this month is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I am currently reading this. I am not very far, as you can see, but I've heard wonderful things about this series. I'm hoping that I really enjoy this book. I know that so many of my friends really love this series, and I really just kind of want to get on that bandwagon, and this has just been sitting here staring at me for a while, so I thought I'd just, you know, get on that. The next book I plan on getting to this month is Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. Like I said, I really can't wait to get back into the Lunar Chronicles, so Scarlet. And the 3rd book that I really am hoping to read in the month of February, I do not have with me because it is currently in the mail in transit somewhere out there in the world, and that is The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson, the 1st book in the Mistborn trilogy. I am just really excited to read this series because I know so many people have really been loving it recently, and I'm just very much wanting to know what it's all about. So those are the books I read in January. Those are the books I'm planning to reading in February. Let me know what you are planning to read this month, and I will talk to you guys later. Okay, bye. To my January wrap-up. Nope, okay, okay. I don't know what's happening. This is, computer just went black. Why did you do that? I just want to know what it's all about.